Spring is now officially here, so it's time to add some interest to your landscape. And we're joined by Kara Ziegler here at Pike Nurseries with some great ideas to transition us into a brand new season. Good morning, Kara.
Good morning.
I'm glad that spring is finally here. It hasn't felt much like it yet, but we know it's only a matter of time before, we need to get started on some of this.
That's right. I'm so excited for spring to start.
I'll bet. All right, so what are some things that you've got for us this morning?
Well, I've brought 5 different groups of plants that are great for Georgia landscapes.
Okay.
All right, so first of all, I brought Encore Azaleas. They're great. They come in a lot of different colors. They're evergreen, and then they come in a lot of different heights for your garden. So you can get ones that are more like 4 to 5 feet if you want to use them for a foundation planting, or things that are lower like 1 to 2 feet if you want to put them in containers or put them closer to your sidewalk.
Do they tend to all bloom at the same time, or do different varieties bloom at different times?
So the Encores bloom in spring, and the great thing about them is they bloom again in fall.
Oh,
so
beautiful.
you get 2 blooming seasons on those, so a lot of bang for your buck. And they're evergreen, so they keep their leaves year round.
Okay, perfect. What else do you have?
Also, I brought Loropetalum. Loropetalum are a great evergreen shrub that does really well here. They have this nice purple foliage year round, and then they get these little flowers in the early spring that are shades of pink to red, and those two, just like the Encore Azaleas, come in a lot of different sizes. So if you need really small ones that are a foot up to 10 feet tall and you want a privacy hedge, it's a good choice.
And it's always nice to have another color in there before things are starting to bloom.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, what else?
Next, we have one of my new favorites, which is Evergreen Clematis. So it keeps its leaves all the time, and it has beautiful white flowers on it. And you can put it on an archway, grow it up a trellis, and it'll get 10 to 15 feet tall over time.
Beautiful. Okay, what's next?
Next, we've got the Dogwoods. Dogwoods are a southern favorite. That's a pink flowering one called Cherokee Chief, and they stay about 15 feet tall in the landscape, and they're just a true, tried and true southern favorite. So that's a great small tree to put in your landscape.
All right, speaking of favorites, what's behind you is one of my all-time favorites. What do we have here?
We have, this one is a Yoshino cherry. So this is the one that's in Washington, D.C. that blooms at the Cherry Festival. And it's beautiful. You get the early spring blooms. In the fall, they have really nice fall color on their leaves. They're deciduous, and I always think their bark's really pretty as well. And you can get them weeping. Some are shorter and some are taller, so you can really look at the different varieties to pick your size. So it's a great tree to have in your garden.
When I think of spring, I think of that.
Exactly. That is the start of spring, is when the cherries start blooming.
All right, what do you have going on at Pike Nursery this weekend?
Yeah, we've got a great event. We have got hot dogs for free with Cokes from 11 to 1, and then we also have 20% off Saturday, the entire store. So come on out and see us. I think the weather's supposed to be nice.
That is a great way to ring in the first full weekend of spring right there.
That's
Thanks,
right.
Sarah.
Thank you.
Well, it's time for our hot topic now. And they say age is just a number, but that really